Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you could click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. What's happening, party people? Thanks for tuning in today. I want to start off by thanking recent supporters. I have a few new Patreon members this month. Ray L, James T, I think actually edited and increased his support. Jonas E and Chris all joined the Patreon support team. Thank you very much for that. Then I had a few random donations and a couple people that gave donations as well as had me send them a couple of parts. So, thanks Rudy, David R, and Bird Audio for their random donations through PayPal. So, I mentioned a day or two ago that Diane and I are going to be moving to the Cincinnati, Ohio area. Cincinnati has climate that is not too much different from Albuquerque. Albuquerque is high altitude, so that makes it a little cooler and it's dry. But when I watch the temperature throughout the year, it's very comparable. Actually, Cincinnati is a little cooler in the summer, maybe a little warmer in the winter, especially at night. Cincinnati, of course, has more humidity, which will probably do me well. I like more humidity. Probably have a lot more opportunity to go fishing in Ohio or Kentucky, stuff like that. Don't know if the fishing's good yet. Haven't experienced any good fishing in that area yet, but I hope to find out. As you know, last couple years, we've been traveling out that way a lot. 4, 5, 6 times a year traveling out that way. So this will cut travel a lot. It'll make most of my East Coast stops a half a day or a day drive instead of 2-3 day drive. So that'll be good. I'll still be going out west probably once, twice a year. So those of you that are out west, I'll probably see you just as much as I have before. No big deal. Probably more closer to the winter months, especially Southern Cal, Arizona area. But I do plan to travel west until I get to the point where I can't travel no more. Yesterday had a strange day. I actually think I have a kidney stone moving again. Real bad pain through my upper left hip. Feels good today, so hopefully I'll get some stuff done today. Had a situation where I went to pick up some replacement roof liner material. Place closed earlier than they told me they were going to, so I had to go find some more material because I need to get this stuff done on Panther. Need to get my apartment and storage packed up so I could get this stuff moved up there, get this move over with, so I could get on with tinkering, the fun stuff. So appreciate you watching today. Today's video, I went out to the junkyard, got a couple parts. Don't know if I accomplished much more than that, but I did notice that gimbal, man, has some image stabilization that is pretty impressive. So I'll probably start using that more often. So I appreciate again the support and for you guys watching, and hopefully we'll get this move over within the next 30 days. Back at the junkyard, party people. It's like an everyday occurrence now. Got to get a couple more parts for Panther. A couple parts for a couple other people. Get out of here within an hour. In your 850s, SMV 70s, you have lower window tracks. You'll see a screw right here. If it's got a track in it, normally there's a screw there. But they break a lot in these 850s. Now I needed one for Panther I thought I had one for Panther, but all the ones I have are passenger side ones. I don't have any driver side ones. Now this one is not in this door. Now let's see if there's one over here in the passenger side. There's one in the passenger side. I don't need the passenger side. But if your window's down and you close the door and you hear a rattle, that usually means that lower track is loose, because they break. So if they break, it is what it is. I'm gonna take this in case I need it for Karen's car. Pieces off this dash. Busted up dash. Man, look, there's a good mount. I should cut these two good mounts out of here. I think I'm gonna come back and do that. So let's go check this S70, see if it has those. One of those tracks. I also need the heat blanket securing clips, because the shop that did my paintless dent repair pulled mine out. Didn't tell me. Didn't put half of them back. So let me pull a bunch of those. Yep, this one still got a lot of them in. 99 S70, it's riveted in. I think the 98 is still screwed in, but I brought my drill, so I'm gonna drill that rivet out. Take this piece out. Here's the piece. It's not broken, but for the first time, I've never seen the rubber out of it. This is the seal out of it, and it was laying down in the bottom of the door. So I'm gonna see if maybe this seal is in the 850s, even if it's broken. That holes hook onto there. The hole you see there, somehow that tore out and fell down in the door. So hopefully I can get a seal out of the 850s over there. Here we are. We got one in this blue 850 that's not broken, damaged in any way. So I do have that one. Somebody just came and hit this red car hard. I guess they needed some lifters, because they pulled that cam cover up and broke the cam cover off. Knocked both oil port things out. Man, they ruined the cylinder head. Pulling out the cam. The cam's there on the ground, and somebody's taken the fender and bent it back this way. I don't know what they were looking for in here, but they got the fender all bent over. It's got a screw in there they didn't take out. Other than that, this was a good fender, I think. They took the little piece off of that. Yeah, this is a real nice fender. So I'm going to take this 10mm out of there so nobody destroys the rest of this fender and set it aside. But man, they doing some damage to this car, man. If you want something, you better come get it. This door guide is busted, so I'm just going to take the gasket out of this one, put it on the other one I have. Should have a gasket on the one that's in the car, but just in case. I think I have enough of these roof clips. I got a vacuum hose I needed. I got these door guides I needed. Now I'm gonna go get this radio this guy wants, and I'm out of here. I am out of here, people. Manual shift car, standard transmission. The car's not running. We're gonna bum start it. Start the car without the use of the starter. Turn the car to run. All the lights come on the dash. So this car is a direct drive gear for, I'm going to do it in reverse because we're at a upward incline, so the car will drift back when I let my foot off the brake and push in the clutch. So the premise is the car starts rolling back. You pop the clutch, which engages the transmission to the engine. Since the car is rolling, this transmission being in gear, when that clutch engages, it'll turn the engine. And it'll turn the engine fast enough to create compression. And when the engine starts turning, it'll start sparking. So with this little roll, I pop the clutch, the car will start. And that's how you start a car that has a manual transmission without a starter, if your starter goes bad. Or if your battery's dead, you could do the same thing. You just got to remember to park on the incline and leave yourself enough space behind you that you can roll the car. Takes about a car length to do this. So we got a car right here that we can measure by. The car is in gear. I'm gonna push in on the clutch so that it'll start rolling freewheel, because if I let my foot off the brake now, the car doesn't move. It sits on the transmission. See, it's not moving. So I'm gonna push in the clutch. The car is going to start rolling back, and I'm gonna hold the clutch in until the car is going fast enough to release my foot off the clutch, and simultaneously when the engine starts, it'll start driving the car back. I don't want that to happen. So as soon as the car starts, I'm going to push the clutch in again and push my foot on the brake so that the car just don't start driving backwards. So here I go. I push in the clutch. The car is rolling. As you can see, I get about a car length back. I pop the clutch, push it back in, and as you can see, the engine is now running, and I stopped the car. We just moved about a car length, so we are good to go. Car is running. I can just drive away. Starting the car with a dead battery or a bad starter if you got a manual transmission. Roll starting it, some people call it bump starting it. You could do the same thing if you could find a few people to push the car. Again, you have the key in the ignition's to run. You put the car in gear, you get the car rolling in a direction, you got it in gear. Some people do it in second gear. I usually do it in first or reverse, but you can do it in reverse or second. You let the clutch off and then push the clutch back in, and the engine will start. But if you're ready to roll and just drive away, you don't have to release the clutch. You can just drive away. But in my case, I was backing up and I needed to go forward. Got any questions? Go ahead and post it. I'll try to post a remix video of this soon. And look at this maniac. Boy, I tell you. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.